what kind of tractors are we using? What kind of tillage tools are we using? What does this kit look like? How all of the kind of the nitty gritty about the hardware of this autonomous tillage solution.
Yeah, let's start with maybe what machines are we looking at and which ones we can use today and in the near future. If we look at the 8R and the 8RX, so the 4-track and the wheeled machines are compatible today. We're still working on the 2-track, the 8RTs and the 9RTs that are out there. But if we start with the 8R and the 8RX, it's anything 2020 and a half and newer. So when we made the transition to the newer cabs, so 2020 and a half and newer 8Rs are compatible, and then 2022 and newer 9R and 9RX. Now, when we look at that, there's different options on those machines as we've gone through those years. And so one of the things we started doing, starting in model year 24, is we started with what we call autonomy prep. And so most of our machines in the US in 2024 got an autonomy prep package on them. And if they did, it means it has most of the hardware already installed in the machine that it needs. And so that includes the display, the receiver, some implement Ethernet, things like that. And then when we moved into 2025, we have what we call autonomy-ready, which means that machine is ready to go. All it needs is the camera system installed. And so if we dive into those a little bit deeper, and let's just talk about the overall components that are needed to be added to these tractors that these tractors have to have. Some of it is, or some of the first things are, it needs to have a Gen 5 or a G5 Plus display with the G5 Advanced package on there. It also needs a Starfire 7500 receiver. It needs our implement Ethernet kit to communicate between that implement and the machine. It needs backup alarm for safety. And then it needs a safety, or what we call a redundant braking valve to make sure that no matter what, this machine can stop in an emergency. And so the nice thing is for customers out there going, well, I don't know what I have or what I need. The good news is we've got it all kitted up based on what model and what machine you have to make it really easy. If you know the serial number of your machine, your dealer will be able to tell you you're going to need this kit that has everything you need included. Which, if your machine needs an upgrade to the display, it needs to go from a Gen 4 to a G5 Plus, and you need to install that receiver, all of that's included in the kit for your model year machine, which makes it really, really easy. And that's all through our precision upgrades group, or our precision upgrade kits, more commonly called. The tillage side really just needs TrueSet Active, a lighting kit to really light up so the machine can always see what's going on around it, and some harnessing for those lights, as well as harnessing to add a Starfire receiver to that tillage tool. So we have an implement mast and the harnessing to install a receiver, so that way the tractor always knows where that machine is. And again, the nice thing is for those customers who may be sitting out there going, how do I piece all this together? Same concept. We have kits for every model year of the tillage tools that we have out there. For what specific tillage tools we're going to be able to be used with. Today, we have the spring time frame. We have our VT tools, our 2660 VTs, as well as our 2230 floating hitch field cultivators. And so that's kind of for the first spring units. In the fall, obviously, we can use the VT tool in some areas that may not be as big of a tool. We also have the ability to use our 2430 chisel plow. And so where we sit, today, those are really the three tools that we have out there available, but we're always adding compatibility. And I think here, when we look at Commodity Classic of 2025, in the last couple months, we've introduced a ton of new autonomy-ready tillage tools from the factory, which I think really gives a clear indication that all of these they're all coming very quickly. So really in the next couple months, and as we look at fall, we'll also have the ability to use our high-speed disc. Autonomous-ready tractors makes it really easy to adopt. Autonomy-ready tillage tools also makes it really easy, where it already has all that hardware installed. But even if it doesn't, we can add it to your machine really easy.